All right, continuing on our free agency grades with the NFC, we're going to go ahead and do the NFC East, starting off with the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys didn't really sign any notable free agents. However, they did acquire two very good veteran players via trades for only fifth-round picks, one being Stephen Gilmore, All Pro, 4 years removed from a Defensive Player of the Year at a cornerback. He's still playing at a very high level. It's going to be a great addition to pair up with Trayvon Diggs. Also on the offensive side, they also traded for Brandon Cooks from the Houston Texans. He was looking to get out of there, so they were able to get him for very cheap. But I think Cooks is an absolute stud. Definitely going to be a great addition to the Cowboys roster. The Cowboys were great in re-signing some of their key players. Franchising tag running back Tony Pollard. They also re-signed Leighton Vander Esch and backup quarterback Cooper Rush. The Cowboys offseason was definitely filled with a lot of losses as well, losing due to cap reasons Ezekiel Elliott in a cut, just way too much money for his production level. They also lost tight end Dalton Schultz to free agency, signed a one-year deal with the Houston Texans, as well as losing Connor McGovern, backup guard for now with the Bills. They also lost Noah Brown, Anthony Brown, and Luke Gifford. Overall, with their two new additions, bringing that team into a further win now mode, I do give them an A-. Moving on to the Super Bowl runner-ups, the Philadelphia Eagles had a very, very busy offseason. Lost a lot of players, but brought a lot of players back and brought a couple players in. Some of their notable signings, running back Rashawn Penny. They brought in backup quarterback Marcus Mariota. I think is a great pairing, basically Jalen Hurts, and also signed cornerback Greedy Williams. The Eagles are all about bringing back their former players, re-signing Jason Kelce for another year, edge Brandon Graham, cornerback James Bradbury, and Darius Slay. They also were able to re-sign Boston Scott, Fletcher Cox, and Brett Toth. However, you can't keep everybody. Some of their notable losses were running back Miles Sanders, Javon Hargrave, TJ Edwards, Kazir White, Isaac Seumalo, Andre Dillard, Marcus Epps, Gardner Minshew, CJ Gardner-Johnson, and Zach Pascal. Even though they lost 6 starters in free agency, I think the Eagles still kept their core guys, and I think they're going to still be one of the best teams in the NFC. Overall, we gave them a B-. Moving to the New York Giants, great offseason additions. They traded for Darren Waller for just a third-round pick. They also signed wide receiver Paris Campbell from the Colts, and then also defensive tackle Rakeem Nunez-Roches. They also brought in Bobby Okereke from the Colts, as well as wide receiver Jeff Smith. Going into free agency for the Giants, they had 2 big expiring contracts that they needed to figure out. They re-signed Daniel Jones to a 4-year deal, while franchising tag Saquon Barkley. They are also able to keep Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard, 2 of their star wide receivers. As far as their losses, they did not re-sign Kenny Golladay, but I don't think any Giants fan misses him. They also lost center Nick Gates, safety Jordan Love, and backup center John Feliciano. Overall, we love what the Giants did in free agency so far, bringing in Darren Waller and Paris Campbell. Gave a couple more weapons for Daniel Jones to throw to, while only losing one guy that they really matter, and Jordan Love. Overall, I'm giving them an A-. All right, and to finish out the NFC East, we go to the Washington Commanders. Couple key additions to the Commanders roster going into 2023. Jacoby Brissett, quarterback, signed him on a great contract. Should be a good addition. I don't know if they move on to Sam Howell or move off and draft somebody in the upcoming draft or trade up. We'll wait and see on that one. They acquired Nick Gates, Andrew Wiley from the Chiefs, as well as edge Abdullah Anderson. Their biggest key re-signing was, of course, their star defensive tackle, Daron Payne. Set a new contract record for a defensive tackle at 4 years, $90 million. Some of their key losses are going to be Taylor Heineke, as well as Cole Holcomb, their starting middle linebacker, and J.D. McKissick, who didn't have a whole lot of production, so I don't think they'll be missing him too much. Overall, we did give him a B. All right, that's going to wrap up the NFC East. Stay tuned for more and let us know what you guys think.